Good afternoon, all. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So, shall we start?
Roll number 41, ma'am.
Yeah, okay. So, please post your attendance in the chat box at the ending. Okay, not on now only. Right. So, is my screen visible to you? Am I not audible? My screen visible to you?
Yes, ma'am. You are audible.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. So, in the last class, we have seen about signals, right? What are the types of signals we have seen? Now, today we are going to see about modulation. See, whenever we have any signal, so that is like, for example, I am talking. So even I am talking to somebody means if he is in front of me, he can listen to me, right? He is of some distance to me, he can listen a little bit low, okay? And if he is far away from me, he cannot listen to me, right? So that is when the signal is released in the air, like voice signal is released in the air. So after some distance, if it is traveling, so it will lose its strength. Yes or no? So when it is traveling for a distance, so it is going to lose its strength. Now, when the computers are to be shared, the data has to be shared, so that we are converting into the signal, and the signal has to be traveled. So it is not like what a voice signal or whatever may be the data signal you are transmitting. So if it is traveling for some distance, it will be what, the strength will be reduced and the signal will not be reached appropriately. If it is not reached appropriately, the data will not be received at the receiver. So what we need to do, we need to increase the strength of the signal, right? We need to increase the strength of the signal so that the data is not faded away. So the process of increasing the signal strength is said to be what, modulation. Okay, so modulation is what, we have to increase the strength of the signal in such a way that the data has to reach to the destination appropriately without any loss. Okay, and how we are going to increase the signal, the process is called modulation. But what is modulation? So here the modulation, what we are doing is, we are going to have the signal, and that signal we are including in another signal. That signal we are going to call it as empty signal or a carrier signal. Okay, the signal, the strength we have to increase by adding it toward another signal, that is called carrier signal. So when the carrier signal is transmitted along with the message signal, so that is said to be what, modulation. So how we are doing, we are including the message signal in another signal we are calling it as what, carrier signal. So that will not consist of any message, it is simply what, a carrier. So this carrier signal we are transmitting over the channel. Okay, that can be a wired channel or wireless channel. So the process of changing the parameters of the carrier signal in accordance with the instantaneous values of the modulating signal. Modulating signal in the sense, the message signal. Okay, so message signal, what we are doing, we are including in another message. So that we are calling it as carrier signal. So when why we are including in another signal? To increase the strength. Okay, so the process we are calling it as modulation. Now you might have heard about this the device modem. Have you ever heard about modem? Have you ever heard about modem? Modem? Have you ever heard about the device modem? I'm asking you people. Have you ever heard about the device named modem?
Yes,
Mod,
ma'am.
yes. So what is this modem? Modem is what? Modulator and demodulator. So modulator in the sense what it is doing? It is including the message signal in the carrier signal. Okay. Now the carrier signal along with the message signal it will be traveled. At the receiver we have to get only the message signal. Okay. So what it has to do? It has to demodulate it. Okay, so demodulation will be done at the receiver. So modem is a device that is a modulator and demodulator. Modulator in the sense the message signal is included in the carrier signal and transmitted, and at the receiver in the carrier signal we have to retrieve only the message signal and the carrier signal will be discarded. So the process is said to be what? Demodulation. So the device which is performing this modulation and demodulation is said to be what? Modem. Okay, so these modems are very important when we are talking, when you are performing these transmissions. So modulation is that process. Okay, so strength of the signal must be included. Now, coming to the need. What is the need of the modulation? Obviously, I told you it has to increase the strength of the modulation, or the strength of the signal. Okay. So, the advantages of this modulation process is we need not to increase the size of the antenna. Okay. Antenna, why it is? Antenna is more like a receptor. Okay, so when it is receiving the signal, so if the signal strength is low, the antenna size has to be increased. But if the strength of the signal we are increasing, we need not to increase the size of the antenna. So antenna size gets reduced, no signal mixing occurs. Okay, so the proper transmission will happen. Communication range increases. Okay, we are increasing the strength of the signal, so the distance it can cover will be increased. Okay, so communication range can increase. Multiplexing of signals can occur. So multiplexing means what? Multiple data can be transmitted on a single channel. Okay, so that is what multiplexing. This multiplexing concept we again learn in the next chapters. Okay, adjustment in the bandwidth is allowed, reception quality improves. Okay, so because of these advantages we are going for what? The modulation process. Okay, so modulation is simple terms, very simple. As the signal it is traveling, it will be faded away, or it will reduce its strength. Okay, the strength of the signal is reduced. So to increase the strength of the signal, what we are doing, we are performing the modulation. So the process of modulation is simple, that is adding the carrier signal into another, sorry, adding the message signal into another carrier signal, empty signal, is said to be modulation. Okay, so here what are the components in the modulation? Okay, there are mainly three components. So message or modulating signal, so whatever the message signal uh, we want to transmit, so that is said to be messaging signal or modulating signal, so that has to be modulated. Okay, then carrier signal, that is nothing but the empty signal, so which is going to carry the message signal. Once these are mixed up and whatever the generated one is there, that we are going to call it as modulated signal. Okay, the resultant signal after the process of modulation is called the modulated signal. So what are the three types of signals here? Modulating signal, that is the message signal. Carrier signal, that is nothing but the empty signal, that is only to carry the signal, right? Then coming to modulated signal, that is once the signal is modulated, the modulation process is over, that resultant signal is said to be modulated signal. So that is about the three signals. And now coming to this modulation. So I'm saying what the carrier signal will carry the message signal. The process we are calling it as modulation. But how many types of modulations are there? So there are basically two types of modulation. One is continuous wave modulation and second one is pulse modulation. So the name itself it is saying continuous, it is okay, continuous and it is, now please mute yourself. Please mute yourself. Who's that? 29. Right. So continuous wave modulation means the wave is what continuous. So you are going to use the continuous signal, and the second one is pulse. That is what discrete. Okay. So this is continuous and this is discrete. Okay. So these are the two types of modulation. And in the continuous modulation, we have again two modulations, amplitude modulation and angle modulation. Okay, pulse modulation, again we have two, digital modulation, analog modulation. Okay, so and in angle modulation we have frequency modulation, phase modulation. And coming to digital modulation, you have pulse code modulation, and you can have subcategories like delta modulation. And analog modulation, still subcategories PAM, PWM, PPM. So what are all these we are going to see now. Okay. Right. So here, so we have first one is what continuous wave modulation. So in the continuous wave modulation, there are two types. Okay, one is amplitude modulation and the second one is angle modulation. So first, coming to continuous wave modulation, how the carrier wave will be. Okay, so we are going to use high frequency sine wave is used as carrier wave. So carrier wave should be what, an empty one, empty signal. Okay, so this empty signal we are adding with the message signal so that the message signal strength will be increased, right? So that is the modulation process. And now here, coming to the continuous wave modulation, what type of wave we are going to use as carrier signal? That is high frequency sine wave we are using. Sine wave, how it will be? So like curves, right? So please do remember that sine wave. Okay, so sine wave we are going to use, right? And in this one, so we can have the terms like amplitude, okay, and angle, right? So have you ever gone through this signals amplitude? What is signal amplitude? Anybody? What is the signal frequency, amplitude, and phase? Can you tell me? You might have learned in signals and systems. What is amplitude of the signal? Anybody is there or not? Are you there? If you know, say yes or no. Okay, just don't be keep quiet. What is amplitude of the signal? Do respond. Maximum frequency. Some are saying maximum frequency. See, the frequency, what is the frequency? How many number of waves we are transmitting in a time unit, that is said to be what? Frequency. If I am taking what one wave as what starting from here down and going up, okay, then it is said to be what? One. Okay, how many are transmitting, that is said to be the frequency. Amplitude is what? The height. Okay, when you are going for the signal, so what is the height? So that is amplitude. So if you are going for the amplitude, increase in the amplitude, then that is said to be what? Amplitude modulation. So if the amplitude of the frequency, sorry, of the carrier signal is varied, so if the message we are including, and for with that, if the amplitude of the signal is increasing, then it is said to be what? Amplitude modulation. Okay, so this terminology is what? Very simple. Okay, amplitude is what? If the height of the signal is varying, so that is amplitude modulation. Okay, and if the angle of the carrier is modulating, so that is said to be what? Angle modulation. And coming to this angle modulation, you can have what? Frequency modulation and phase modulation. In the frequency modulation, frequency is varied. If the phase modulation, phase is modulated. Okay, so please try to understand this terminology. Again, I need not to go, because this terminology already you have learned in signals and systems. What is amplitude, what is angle, what is frequency, what is phase of the signals? So this you have to tell me. Okay, amplitude is what? It is what? The height of the signal. Okay, and frequency is what? How many number of signals will be transmitted in a particular time unit, so that is frequency. Okay, so these, like, if I am going for the modulation of the amplitude, that is if I am adding a message signal with a carrier signal, if the height of the signal is modified, if the amplitude of the signal is modified, then it is said to be what? Amplitude modulation. Okay, if it is modulating, the frequency is modulated, then it is said to be what? Frequency modulation. If the phase is modified, then it is said to be what? Phase modulation. So like this, we have in the continuous modulation, these are the three types. Then coming to the pulse modulation. Continuous wave modulation, we are using sine wave, that is the continuous carrier. But if you are going for the pulse modulation, we are going for the rectangular pulses, okay, which are like discrete signal. Okay, so that is the pulse modulation. In the pulse modulation, we can have pulse analog modulation, that is PAM, pulse duration with modulation, that is PDM or PWM. Okay, pulse position modulation, that is PPM. Okay, so here what we are doing, we are trying to change the pulse. Okay, that can be the width of the pulse, that can be the amplitude of the pulse, or that can be the position of the pulse. If we are changing the amplitude of the pulse, then it is said to be what? PAM. Okay, if we are changing width of the pulse, then it is said to be what? PWM. Okay, or if you are changing the position of the pulse, then it is said to be what? PPM. So these will be coming under what? Analog modulation. And coming to the digital modulation, we can have pulse code modulation. The modulation technique we are using what? Pulse code modulation, where the analog signal is converted into digital signal. Okay, the given analog signal will be converted into the digital signal, zeros and ones, and the resultant is going to be pulse code. Okay, then that will be represented as a signal. So it can be what? Further improved as delta modulation, that is not necessary. Okay, so here coming to the pulse modulation, we have analog pulse modulation, digital modulation. Okay, so analog pulse modulation, we have amplitude or width or position. Okay, digital modulation, pulse code modulation, where the given analog signal, actually the signal, the message signal will be in the form of analog. Okay, so this analog signal will be converted into digital form, and then that is said to be what? Pulse code, and that will be transmitted. Okay, so this is what? The pulse code modulation. So these are the two types of modulations: continuous wave modulation, pulse code modulation. Continuous wave modulation, we have amplitude modulation, angle modulation. In angle modulation, frequency modulation, phase modulation. Okay, analog modulation, three types: pulse amplitude modulation, pulse width modulation, or pulse position modulation. Digital modulation, we have pulse code modulation. Okay, so that is about modulation. So once the signal has to be converted, okay, and that will be what inserted into the carrier signal, and that will be transmitted. So that is said to be what modulation process. Okay, now coming to the next term, next one is networks. Okay, what I have discussed till now. So what is the signal? We have discussed types of signals, we have discussed. Okay, we require modems, the devices for modulation and demodulation, that we have discussed. Okay, so when the computers are to exchange, we need to establish the network. Okay, so that is what the connections needs to be established. So these connections can be what within a smaller distance or longer distance. Okay, for different purposes we have different kinds of networks. Okay, so now coming to this data communications, we also need to understand what are the different types of networks available. Okay, and how this data will be transmitted over the networks, right? Now coming to the different types of networks we have. So you might have heard about this terminology, but still I'll tell you. First one is what? LAN, LAN, local area network. So what is local area network? Local area network is what? That is covering a smaller distance, a building or one organization. So if the computers of that particular building or organization are connected and the interaction is between those systems only, then it is said to be what? LAN. Okay, local area network. If I am connecting the systems in a lab, okay, and these systems can interconnect with each other, they can communicate with each other, then it is said to be what? LAN. Okay, and coming to the man is what? Metropolitan area network. Metropolitan area network means that can cover a city. Okay, like one city, one area I can cover, then it is said to be metropolitan area network. Then coming to the WAN. Okay, WAN, wide area network. Okay, so wide area network means it is covering what? The larger distances, one country to another country also we can connect, that is what? WAN. Internet is possible through what? WANs. Okay, then coming to PAN. PAN is what? Personal area network, which is what? A small network. Like if I am connecting my PC with the speakers, with the printer, with the Bluetooth device, like this, if I am connecting a smaller personal, for personal usage, I am connecting the devices, then it is said to be what? PAN. Okay, then SAN, that is storage area network, for the purpose of storage. If I am establishing a network, then it is said to be storage area network. Okay, and other than these, you can also have wireless networks where we are going to use radio waves for the transmission purpose. So the different types of networks are local area network, metropolitan area network, wide area network, personal area network, storage area network, and WAN, so wireless networks. Okay, so these are the different types of networks. Now, here coming to the wide area networks, we know that is what typically it consists of more number of interconnected systems. Okay, so like thousands of systems we are connecting, millions of systems we are connecting. So different longer distances we are going to connect. So when we are connecting into the longer distances, okay, the data has to travel from one position to another, one local area, one geographical area to another geographical area. So that we require some we need to require to crossing the public right of ways, that is the public areas, the data has to be crossed. Okay, so the circuits have to be placed in the grounds or external environment. Yes or not? External environment, the data has to travel, and for that we need to provide the number of switching nodes. Here when the data has to transmit, so it can transmit to a particular distance. Okay, later on what happens, it will be degrading its signals. To increase its signal strength, what we are doing, we are performing modulations. But if they are connected in different localities, different paths are established. Okay, so to move from one source to the destination, the right path has to be identified. To identify the right path, we require number of switching nodes. Okay, so these switching nodes, just like routers or switches. Okay, so you should have some devices which are used as the routers or switches, which can identify the path. Okay, which can identify the right path from the source to the destination. So we require number of switching nodes. So here, this switching, okay, this switching can be of mainly two types: circuit switching and packet switching. Circuit switching and packet switching, and these are what traditionally used. Olden days they were using. Okay, then later on, frame relay, ATM networks have taken into picture, and we have increased the communication capabilities with lesser error chances. Okay, so circuit switching and packet switching are the two basic types of the signals. Okay, and please, there are 7 more minutes remaining. Please post your attendance in the chat box. Okay, and I'll continue the class till the class ends. Okay, circuit switching and packet switching. So coming to the circuit switching, what happens? The circuit will be established. Okay, in circuit switching network, a dedicated communication path is established between two stations. So that is from the source to the destination. So one particular path, okay, dedicated path, a connection will be established. All the data has to travel only on that particular line to reach from source to the destination. Like one simple example is telephone network. Okay, telephone network, like like olden days, I'm not talking about mobile phones, I'm talking about telephone network. So telephone network, what happens? So first the connection is established. Okay, a path is established. Once the path is established, the same path will be used for all the data communicated between the source and destination. So that is said to be what? Circuit switching, where the circuit is established. Okay, the path is, a dedicated path is established between the source and the destination. Okay, so this is, and every time the same, that first that path has to be established, then the transmission has to go ahead. Okay, so that is circuit switching. But coming to packet switching, so packet switching means it need not to establish a dedicated path. Okay, so one by one the packet is transmitted, it can travel in any direction, and at each switching node it will be identified, and the destination, it will be sent to the destination. Any direction it can follow and it can reach to the destination. So that is what the packet switching. So in the circuit switching, the path is established prior to the transmission, and in the packet switching, the path will not be established prior to the communication. Okay, so the packets can travel in any direction, but it has to lead to the destination, right? So that is what the packet switching. Okay, so here in the packet switching, entire packet is received, stored briefly, and then transmitted to the next node. Okay, so that it can go in a right way to reach the destination. Any node it can travel, any direction it can travel, but it has to reach to the appropriate destination. So that is said to be what? Packet switching. Okay, then coming to the frame relay and ATM networks, we will discuss in the next class. Okay, so this is about today's class. We have discussed about modulation. What is modulation? Advantages of modulation. So what are the signals in the modulation? Then types of modulation and types of networks. Okay. In the types of networks, we have LAN, MAN, WAN, PAN, and SAN. In wide area networks, we require the switching elements. For the switching elements, uh, For the switching operation, we have circuit switching and packet switching, and later on frame relay and ATM networks are introduced. Okay, so what is circuit switching, what is packet switching, we have discussed. Frame relay and ATM networks we'll discuss in the next class. Thank you. Post your attendance and you can leave the class.
Okay, ma'am.
Any doubts? Any doubts in this one, modulation process or the types of networks? If you have any doubt, please raise the questions. We have 3 more minutes of time. Somebody is asking to share the PDF. I'll share at the end of the unit. The complete notes I'll share with you. No issue. Not like partial. So I'll share the complete one, complete material at the same time. Okay. And recording, once I complete the class, I'll share the recording. So post your attendance and leave the class. हाँ है मैं देखा नहीं जाती आपको 2% है जैसे फोन किसका आया था हाँ एक बात कर रहे थे ना मीना मीना फोन कौन करे बेटा फोन कौन करे जब से बात कर रहे थे ना मामा क्लास में है बोल के बोले बहुत शांति नहीं